Good evening, welcome all of you. So this evening we are going to discuss on a great progress. So the topic of discussion will be based on progress, a genuine development. So that is the topic of discussion for right now. Very interesting topic, very touching topic. That is the topic to be. It is the most inquired topic. People keep asking many questions on progress, genuine development, free and fair development. What is the meaning of the development? How can we be able to know what really development is? Actually, very much interestingly, some conquests are there. Some questions arise in us. Really, are we really progressing in our life? Because we know life is progressive, yoga is progressive, surrender must be progressive. So things are known from the word progress. We derive the term with suffix that is sufficiently progressive. So from progress we are getting with the addition of suffixes whether really we are progressing well, and if the progress is there, is it actually fast or something like a hidden just normally as the society progress in the path of evolution like this, or really is anything we are doing with the swift method? Is it the growth is swift? Is it the tendency of growth, or this growth is naturally swift? It is the topic of most often people keep asking the topic. We know already from quoting from Sri Aurobindo and Mother, we know life must be progressive. It is bound to be. There is no other go. There is no other way. It must be progressive. And every day, knowingly or unknowingly, we are progressing in the path. And moreover, very interestingly, it is well known and well defined for those who really are in the path of sadhana. So instead of going in the natural process of evolution, so this progress in the process of evolution, they know or not think some progress is going on, but who are pursuing the methods of yoga, especially integral yogic process, supramental yogic process, so for them the progress is swift, sure, and of course it is in time progress. Still then, how shall we know? Just imagine, we get your progress report that indicates you are progressing. Suppose who you are in job, you find every time, in each some time interval, you get your promotion and all. You think we are progressing. Some people are running, a bunch of people, a group of people are running, and some people are in progress and some people are regressing or standing stagnant. From there itself you can go, you can know who really are progressing, who are standing, and who are actually going below. So that is the thing. Many times oft quoted these things, we keep repeating the term, but really it is the question. The question was really put to mother. Mother, really, am I progressing? Am I doing the yoga? Because many times I have left my home and all. I am not. I am a bachelor. I have left everything. I am staying in the ashram. Really, am I progressing? Mother, of course, are you doing the yoga? Progress, that is different. Sri Aurobindo's, as per Sri Aurobindo's quotation, we know when the mind is pure and psychic is prominent, two conditions are there. When mind is pure and psychic is prominent, one can be able to know what is divine will and what is against it. So this is the great step you can understand, but the conditions are two. Mind must be pure, psychic must be prominent. That is the condition. Again, am I really doing so? Is it the condition that am I really doing the yoga? Mother, course, are you doing the yoga? Just hesitatingly mother is asking, because you know mother course gives hints. When you are doing your brushing, do you feel you are brushing with God? No, ma. Then when you are eating, do you think you are eating with the divine? No, 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 ma, nothing like this. When you are sleeping, do you feel you are sleeping near the divine? No, and not at all. Then what you are doing here? Life is only for them who are pursuing the integral yogic path. Life is only for them, only confined to the beginning, the end, the middle, everything is divine. The destiny is divine, nothing more, nothing less. So divine, divine, divine. Only the path is divine. The beginning is divine. The progress is divine, and the goal is divine. So if this tendency is coming naturally, you feel you are progressing in the path of the true yogic process. So and now itself we are going to quote few lines how really the progress takes place, and we will try to quote it from mother. And this is the two words already, two phrases we have used to get progress and genuine development. What really these are mean? So Sri Aurobindo quotes beautifully, tries to explain a free and natural growth is the condition of genuine development. Two phrases we have used, we have taken for discussion in this subject. One is genuine development, and the second is one is actually we have known the great progress. So initially Sri Aurobindo quotes and tries to explain a free and natural growth. Growth is there, free, very difficult to define. Yes, I am free. How you are free? Your mother is putting here, you have to sit here. These are the conditions. Father is putting, this is the confine. And this is the tragedy. This is the bound. You can't overtake. Then how the growth is free? Free and the natural growth. Natural growth, do you feel as naturally the elephant moves in the forest? Do you feel you have got that liberation is there? No, it is very difficult. We are confined. We are limited. We are actually following our the mental rules and the almost all the rigid rules and regulations. But actually, this is not the fair means for the genuine development. So that's what Aurobindo, not only development, Aurobindo quotes. This is the genuine development, and the condition is one free and natural growth. You, the growth must be free, and growth must be natural in its own way. It is natural and free. That is the condition of genuine development. For doing the genuine development, the condition is free and natural growth. That is the condition. Again, we are going the great progress. Many times it is a great progress. You have done something like some you have won the prize, you have achieved something. It is a great progress. Every day you keep asking questions. Likely, do you feel in the material life, in ordinary life, there is a progress? Yes, there is progress. He was not in a position to know, explain a plus b, the whole square of a plus b. That was not a and the b, that was also the two confusing words, and this square, it is another term. But now itself he is able to quote a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube, like this frequently he can say. Just multiple table he was not able to understand and explain up to 25. Now itself he is able to utilize his brain, and of course in a bigger multiple formats also he is in a position to solve. These are the outward development. But the thing is that here in the course, if you no longer be disturbed by what people say or do, then it is a great progress. Progress is naturally. How can I be able to know that something is there? Initially, somebody was irritating you, somebody was commenting, was something was teasing you, and immediately you got irritated. It is the ego which gets hurt seeing the ego in others. Suppose somebody is hurting your ego, naturally you will, like a snake, you will simply you will rise up and you will try to be bite it. But thing is that afterwards, when you are in yoga, something is going on. There will be simply no reaction. Everything will be calm. Everything will be cool, and like a watermelon, you will respond. No response. Something like a you just imagine. But that is not the person of the python, I will say. If you no longer disturbed and you are no longer disturbed by what people say or do of you, think of you, then only this is there is a great progress. So just imagine, this is every day. Yesterday I was reacting very much. Initially I was almost actually treating people like anything. I was very reactive, I was very reactionary, but now itself I am totally calm and cool. So that is naturally here in the course, it is a great progress. Always seek to progress, always seek to progress. But how the condition, I am seeking to progress, that is another thing. Because knowingly or unknowingly people have come, they have got one interesting line in them. We'll go, we'll progress, we'll go towards our destiny, we will be very much swift, we will not take undue rest on the way. But thing is that was the mother steer in the course and explains. You seek for it. That is your very much, that is your ambition and that is your need also. But that must be in quietude, happiness, confidence, in three things. This seeking must be in quietude, number one. Number two, happiness. There must not be any unhappiness, sorrow. And the confidence that you must have, I must progress because the divine is with us. His failure is not failure whom God leads. Initially, you will find so many structures, so many obstacles, so many barriers. But thing is that when the divine is with us, naturally we have got one interesting point. We must progress, and that must be the help. That is the most helpful attitude. Yes, I must go. That for that progress person seeking for progress must be there. But on your side, the condition, the criteria, the environment, when that seeking must be in quietude. Second, happiness, and the third, confidence. Again, mother course. If you would to have humanity advance, perfect all preconceived ideas. Not only the progress is confined to me, because for the supramentalization, one group is necessary. Group will go hand in hand, matching footsteps. We have to go forward, march forward. But still, in the course, if you would to have humanity advance, not only you, entire humanity progress, if you want advance, if you know, perfect all preconceived ideas. Many ideas are there who are preconceived. It is there, it is well reserved in you. Still, in the course, you buffet, while now the process of your feast and all, everything is there. Buffet your preconceived ideas. Then, a turbulent and eager march. What is the difference between our march and the Western style of marching? Our way of moving, and the Western process of walking. That's what here in the price to explain and quote. A turbulent and eager march. Turbulent and eager march. That's what we don't have. There is no turbulency. We are very much calm, peaceful, quietude, joyful like this. But they are, in the other hand, on them, a turbulent and eager march from illusion to illusion. From illusion to illusion, march is a turbulent and eager march, and from failure to failure, illusion to illusion, failure to failure, and the turbulent and eager march. That is the image of European progress. That's what already we have explained the methods. One is tapasya, and the another is surrender. But people of East, especially Odisha and all, their style of surrender is unique. But thing is that Westerners, they can't surrender like anything. They have got their reservation. They have got their own style. They got have their egocentric attitude. So they can't surrender fully, entirely, without reservation, without condition, without demand, so on. So for them, other courts, I have given one example to them. What is that advice to them? What is that advice really? You try to go deep inside. You have to discover your psychic being. You have to contact your soul, and then after discovering your soul, let the psychic being come in front. Let it lead you on the path. Very difficult, because once you fail in your mission, and of course you don't know what really psychic being and how it comes out and how it leads, then your chapter is closed. So many times you will meet with failure. The human race must always progresses most when it is asserts its importance to nature. When it asserts its importance to the most nature, then only most progressive form of the human race, and it is a demandable point of consideration. So it's a freedom and its universality. Importance to nature, importance to its universality and the freedom, when it is asserted. Human right based on that condition only progresses most. That's what I will try to put it again. The human race always progresses most when it asserts its importance to nature, its freedom, its universality. Then we'll go to beautifully again. Always that if one opens in one sentence, you have used a couple of times. If one opens, condition is that opening must be there. If one surrenders, the second condition is surrender. Then as soon as the nature ready, then suppose as soon as the nature ready, you are standing at the railway station, ready, your baggage, luggage, everything is there. You are not in a resting position, you are awaiting the train. The train will definitely come and you will be pushed off because this is destiny is there. You have got already your ticket of journey. So if you one opens, number one, number two, one surrenders. If one surrenders, then soon as the nature is ready, progress will come of itself automatically. When the nature is ready, that progress will come of itself. But the personal concentration for progress brings difficulties and resistance. Instead of this surrender and opens, already we have discussed while comparing the Easterners and Westerners style of yoga. So, if this one is open and so he has surrendered, then as soon as the nature ready, that progress will come of itself. If it is not there, but the personal concentration for progress, personal concentration for progress brings difficulties and resistance, of course. This is the very difficult phase of life. Personal concentration will bring difficulties and resistances. It is only by being dead earnest that one can progress quickly. You have to be dead earnest. Yes, I have to go. Yes, I have to do. Yes, I have to progress. Yes, I have to surrender. There must be opening and the inner opening, of course. If that you are dead earnest, I must go. I must reach. I know the goal. I am destined to be. Then naturally, progress is quickly. If in the constant mutability of the human mind and earthly circumstance, constant mutability of the human mind and earthly circumstances, as long as life is active, that is the condition. As long as the life is active, new ideas and the changes are inevitable. Very interesting topic. In the constant mutability of the human mind and earthly circumstance. For this progress, here in the course of two terms. One is human mind, second is earthly circumstances. As long as life is active, there will be new ideas and the change is inevitable. Ideas will be coming, change will be coming. This change may not be final, but actually you will be proceeding on the path of evolution towards the height, step by step, and that would speed. There is no doubt of it. Mother Sri Aurobindo then again quotes, one has to go quickly, no laziness, no slowness, no sloth, no undue resting, no rest. So one has to go quickly as one can and slowly as necessary. Sometimes you have to go as quick as possible. Sometimes your progress must be very much narrow, very much slow, because you know in the ordinary way on the national highway your speed is coming around 100, but whenever you are near the traffic inside the city, busy traffic schedule, so the speed is coming around 5 kilometer, 12 kilometer per like this speed will be there. So don't worry, everything is as usual, it is necessary. So which seems contradictory, but it is not like this. It is the requirement, it is the need to, you have to be very conscious. There is no real gain if in it if one repeat the old error in new terms. Old wine, new bottle. Same thing, we are committing the same method, same error, but actually in a new form it is not at all necessary. So suppose sometimes we feel we are progressing, rotating about the axis again and again. Same thing, same environment, same idea, same method. But the thing is that it is not at all helping. But thing is, at least something is better than nothing. Instead of sleeping, you are moving. But thing is that there is no progress. Simply you are rotating. The animal is satisfied is the most interesting definition by Sri Aurobindo. The animal is satisfied with the modicum of necessity. It has got its food, shelter, and all. Food, shelter, dress, like this basic roti kapda maka. That is what the animal, that is confined, that is the satisfaction for the animal is satisfied with the modicum of necessity. Then on that side, actually on the other side, we find after the animal there comes the gods, and the gods content with its their splendors. Animals have their necessity, modicum of necessity. Gods lie content in their splendor, but man cannot rest permanently until it reaches some highest good. That is what, when unless otherwise they reach their natural good, they can stay content. So will is the intense rule for the animal breeds. content to live beneath the immutable yoke. Man turns to a nobler path, a master path, nobler work and master path. He has to go. He has to ready the all times huge car, and he has to move on and on. Every day the progress is necessary, because progress is really the indicates the life's development. So go on what we must, go on what we must, for we don't time for if we don't, then time will itself force us forward in spite of its fancied immutability. Now it's time has fixed, nothing has fixed. Simply we have got the freedom, it has liberated us. You go as you, with your own leg, with your own wish, and with your own speed. If it is not there, then naturally under tragic circumstance that phrase is used, you have to go, and you have to be compelled to go with the speed of the nature. So better, the progress is must, you must go. You can't stay at shelter, you can't stay confined, you can't sit idly, you have to go. If you are not going of your own in the liberated way, in the allotted nature's task, then naturally you will have to suffer, and you will be compelled to go on. There is almost always something unreal, inconclusive, and tormented about the human progress. Most of the time, it is the oft discussed of time. Many times we try to analyze and analyze our progress. We try to be. Sometimes we want to achieve. We want to know really the steps of progress, real progress, how it comes and when. Sometimes the master has quoted, there is almost always something unreal, inconclusive, and tormented. Three terms here are used. One is unreal, second is inconclusive, third is tormented about the human progress. So this there are number one unreal, number two inconclusive, and number three tormented about the human progress. Again, Sri Aurobindo, towards the end, Sri Aurobindo has having two beautiful observations. One, the eternal progression is in the manifestation, and beyond it there is no progress. The eternal progression is in the manifestation. Eternal progress is in the manifestation. We know the progress of process of manifestation. The eternal progression is the manifestation, and beyond it there is no progression. It has birth, growth, succession, decay, death. So eternal, the process of eternal, master has used the term that eternal. The eternal progression is in the manifestation, and beyond it there is no progression. Beyond it there is no progression. We know already. We sometimes we feel that we are progressing. That is our egocentric attitude and egocentric attachments here in the course. Although our ego claims the world for its own use, but thing is that one must know the process, know the force, know the advance. Man is a dynamo in the cosmic work. Man is a dynamo in the cosmic work. He can light up his road, but actually it is very feeble, very deep, very short distanced. So then how it is going on? Man is a dynamo in the cosmic work. In comparison to others, at least it has got some value. But thing is that how it is done, nature does most in him. So if on the others are sleeping, they don't know the process. In the process of evolution, they are being carried on. But thing is that man is a dynamo, little bit, even though he claims that so far the finest animal, but actually it has got its lacuna. It is a dynamo in the cosmic work. Comparatively, comparing others, it is progressing little by little. It is just a dynamo, but actually it is feeble, dim. At least something is there. Then the mother, then the course, here in the course, how it is. Nature does most in him, God the highest. Most of the progressive steps, most of the thing fulfillment, it is done by the higher nature. And where the process and the progress, where the this thing is stops, then the God starts doing. It is trying to complete up the higher content which nature can't go. Where that his original progress stops, there starts the progress of the the help from under the process by the nature, higher nature. And where the march of the higher process, higher progress stops, then actually finally God the divine comes to the picture, and he tries to finish up. And that is one. Here the eternal progression is in the manifestation, and beyond it there is no progression. And finally, Sri Aurobindo quotes, all things move towards a divine event. Whatever is going to be, whatever we are doing, whatever the progress is there, everything is turning to a divine event. So progress is must, genuine development is must, greater progress is must. We have to go, and we have to go restlessly. We must reach our destiny. We must reach our goal. We must evaluate ourselves every day, and every day we'll try to better up. And the method is fantastically not the, may not, maybe tapasya method is useful, but thing is that the best method is surrender. So we have to go, we have to know the progress, and we have to go forward with a quietism, joyfulness, of course, with the best spiritual yearning. That is the most helpful attitude. Bande Matra.